everybody. Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 18th, and you have tuned in at the right time because Virginia This Morning is loading as we speak. If you're looking for what's trending in and around Central Virginia, you have come to the right spot. I'm Amy Lacey, today joined by Courtney Dean. Good morning, Courtney.
Hey, Amy. You know what? It is High Point Wednesday. Yes, and I'm happy to be here. So what's new and exciting with you today?
Oh my gosh, everything is going on. I feel like, you know, we've been talking before we got on the show this morning about this rain. I think we need a little bit of sunshine now. If anybody at home is in their jammies, like we wish that we could be, we are here for you, and we want to entertain you as you kind of ease into the day.
Yeah, you know what? That just gave me an idea. I think that we should do a pajama party.
That would be a lot of fun.
Wouldn't that be
fun?
That
would be kind of a dream come true.
Yeah, Luke, Tori, can we have a pajama party and wear jammies and slippers?
I can maybe get some of those footed pajamas.
Oh, I like that idea.
That would be
Cozy
a lot
blankie.
of fun. We'll do it around the holidays.
I think that would be super fun. Wear some festive jammies.
And then maybe bring in a blankie stuffed animal, and then we have our day set.
Cookies, hot chocolate.
Real pets too, because snuggling with a dog or cat or both
makes it
even better.
Yes,
well,
yes.
We're going to work on that one. And of course, it's customary for us to share a quick preview of what is coming up on our show. That time is right now because our inbox is jam-packed full of great pictures. We love seeing your fun adventures, and we have this image that we want you to take a look at. Find out who sent it in. Woo. And I will have a few that I took from a weekend outing that I went on my own. That's still to come here on our live show.
Oh yeah, that's great to look forward to. And something delicious is coming out of the Virginia This Morning kitchen today. Our great friend Erin Ely from Carrabba's Italian Grill is here to feature some of their fall menu items, including their pork chop with sweet bourbon butter. That's coming up later in today's show.
Water, of course, is a vital part of life. After all, it makes up 60 to 70% of the human body. With issues like water pollution and climate change threatening our water sources, it's important to monitor water sources. Today is World Water Monitor Day, and we brought in an expert from the EPA to talk about how we can protect Richmond's water quality. EPA Regional Administrator Adam Ortiz will lead our conversation. That's coming up in our second half hour.
And before we get things started, let's check in with CBS 6 meteorologist Tom Patton. Tom.
Good morning, ladies.
Good to see you. You're out in it today.
Out in it. I'm living in it. I'm working in it. I'm playing in it. I'm out here. That's right, Courtney. Good call there. Ladies, I'll tell you what, the pajama day, I'd be into that.
Yes.
I think that it would be something great, and everyone could share their pictures of having it at home.
Yes.
This could be a community event.
I think so too.
I think you ought to do it, you know. So great idea. The fuzzy pajamas and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fuzzy slippers and
the fuzzier the better.
The fuzzier, yeah. Bring on the fuzz, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, well, listen, this is a crazy little weather thing, and I don't think I've experienced something like this in a while. I see like mist floating around the air, right? So it's a misty kind of morning, and then the sun was trying to come out along with the mist. Now, I've seen, you know, sun showers and stuff. All of a sudden, you'll get a shower and it's sunny, but try and get a little sun mist going, and that sounds like some kind of new soda pop. Maybe it is, but I don't know. But it's not going to last long if it does try to come out, but now it quickly went back in. It was a brief little like, hey, I'm still here, and now it's gone. So, all right, we still have some showers. We had some rain overnight. We had a couple rumbles of thunder earlier this morning in some areas, not everywhere. We had some pockets of heavier rain, areas of lighter rain, just kind of been the nature of this whole thing. Still seeing some light showers. This is down around the Colonial Heights area, down to the south of us, and around parts of Chesterfield County. Some heavier showers coming off of the Saluda, Gloucester area, moving toward inland. Probably toward the Alet area eventually here, just north of I-64, maybe Mechanicsville get in on some of that. And that's still the motion of these showers. You're coming off the ocean back toward the west and northwest. The good news, the Shenandoah Valley has been getting some pretty good rain earlier this morning, and still now some pockets of heavier showers. That's where the worst dry conditions are in the Commonwealth. In fact, they have some extreme drought out toward the valley. So good to see those folks getting some rain out there. But for us, just kind of remaining unsettled today, some mist and drizzle and passing showers. Some of those showers could be heavier, some could be a lot lighter, and potentially even a rumble of thunder possible. Same kind of deal tonight and into tomorrow, and the unsettled pattern stays with us tomorrow. And it's looking like Friday we could rid ourselves of this pattern, some drier air working its way in, and we could hopefully see some real sunshine that may stick around. So Friday we're hoping for some drier, more stable conditions around here, and that could lead toward a dry weekend. You can see a lot of that low-level moisture. We're up to 74 degrees, and I think that is with help from that little bit of sun. Yesterday our high was 75, and this morning we were about 72. So there's been a 3-degree range over a 24-hour period, and that's what this pattern tends to do. So temperatures won't go much further up from here, maybe a couple more degrees. Still 60s to the west, low to mid 70s here in town, about 75 today. Some showers, some drizzle, some mist, and I think this afternoon maybe even a rumble of thunder with some scattered showers. Pattern still with us tomorrow, and it looks like Friday we may clear it out. We may even add a little more sun to that Friday. 70s for the weekend ahead, and then next week a little bit of a drier pattern, at least for a couple of days next week, maybe through about Tuesday or Wednesday. 50s will return then at night. That's it. Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Sunshine, that is all of you joining us today on this Wednesday, September 18th. We thank you for watching Virginia This Morning each weekday from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on CBS 6. I'm Amy Lacey with Courtney Dean this morning. Good morning, Courtney.
Good morning. Food, music, fun, and community events, and so much more. Virginia This Morning is your one-stop shop for everything entertainment. This show is unique and it's one of a kind in this area because we offer such a variety. Now, I saw yesterday the show was a Broadway and Richmond themed one.
Yes, we had
so fun.
So much fun with it, complete with the red carpet.
Yes.
And some paparazzi were even here too, snapping some photos. You're looking at our stroll from yesterday, our grand entrance to the show. Of course, if you want to watch any of the segments that we featured yesterday for our Broadway in Richmond show, or any day, just visit our show website. That is virginiathismorning.com.
I love Andreas's Queen Wave.
Yes,
her pageant wave. That's it. Yes. Well, here's a lineup of Broadway in Richmond's 2024-25 season. Tickets are on sale now for Shucked. That's on stage October 29th through November 3rd. Get your tickets for the smash hit musical Mamma Mia for when it opens on December 10th through the 15th.
The fun continues in 2025 with a terrific lineup, including MJ the Musical as it moonwalks on the stage January 28th through February 2nd. I met the lead for that in D.C. a couple of weeks ago. He's amazing. Moulin Rouge is scheduled for March 4th through the 16th. The Neil Diamond musical A Beautiful Noise takes center stage April 15th through the 20th. And then the curtain rises for the popular Broadway hit Chicago on stage May 9th through the 11th. Rounding out the 2025 season. Some Like It Hot. That's June 3rd through the 8th.
Wow. That is a big lineup.
Jam-packed.
Yes, and here's an open casting call for you. If you make great cornbread, you can enter a contest for your chance to be known as a cornbread champion. Broadway in Richmond, Altria Theater, and the City of Richmond Parks and Rec Department are hosting the corniest fall festival ever on Saturday, October 5th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Monroe Park.
That is going to be so much fun. And don't forget that you still have time to submit your favorite cornbread recipe for your chance to be featured right here on our live show, Virginia This Morning. All you have to do is go to wtvr.com/contests. The winner will then be announced on Virginia This Morning next Wednesday, September 25th. Just one more week to enter.
So you gotta hurry.
The winner also receives 4 tickets to see Shucked next month. You don't want to miss that.
That's gonna be a great show. And right now, let's find out what's new at Bryant and Stratton College.
This segment is sponsored by Bryant and Stratton College.
When choosing a career, it's very important to have the appropriate skills and industry training to help you not only succeed, but also to advance in your chosen field. Our friends at Bryant and Stratton College say they have today's most in-demand degree programs to prepare you for job success, and they're built different for you. Richmond Market Director Beth Murphy joins me today to tell us exactly what that means and how Bryant and Stratton can help start you on the right path. Thank you for coming in, Beth.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get to the career path, let's talk about some of the students you currently have. I understand that your commencement for September is coming up.
Yes, this Friday we are celebrating over 100 of our August 2024 graduates. We have Jessica Snyder from the Board of Supervisors as our keynote speaker. It's going to be at the Richmond Convention Center. I'm super excited to celebrate with these graduates and their family.
Built different for you. What does that mean? You're always evolving.
Well, exactly. Again, you don't get to be here for 170 years if you aren't evolving and recognizing that we need to meet the needs of our students. So built different for you means that we look at scheduling, we look at course offerings, we look at our programs that we offer, all very differently and also very personalized for our students.
Why should someone consider Bryant and Stratton College over another institution?
Well, again, we have the longevity. Yeah. We're local. A lot of people aren't ready to leave. And also a lot of our students are balancing work and family, and they can't just put everything on pause. And so it's important that they work with an institution who says, hey, you know what? We have classes in person, day and evening and weekends, but we also have online offerings. Or you know what? We've got remote offerings. Or we could do a blended option. And so we're able to work with people so that they can pursue their education, but also keep their lives moving.
As community members are exploring potential programs for them, why is accreditation of an institution so important as they begin their journey?
Prospective students a lot of times have no appreciation for their accreditation, but as an institution and for our programs, it's very important because it's important to the future employer. So an employer who hears that, oh, your nursing program is ACEN accredited, or your medical assisting program is KHAP accredited, recognizes the type of curriculum that that student, that future employee, it has been exposed to, and it makes the world of difference.
So, you know, that is the goal, to end up in the workplace, built different for you. How does that then segue from the classroom to the workplace?
Well, it means that we never forget that we are a career college and that you came to us for that reason. So you're working with career services starting at orientation. You're seeing the career readiness in the classroom. You're doing an internship your final semester. You're doing clinicals if you're studying a clinical program. You see employers on campus. These partnerships all lead to graduation readiness. And so when our graduates walk out the door, they're ready to go, and they feel it. They feel ready.
Speaking of that, when you have your commencement coming up and you see everyone getting their diplomas, they finish the programs, and then you maybe connect again and they are in the career of their choice. How is that for you personally?
It is incredible. I mean, we're very lucky. Bryant and Stratton graduates are staying in our communities. And so that's why we all, the employers, the college, we all have this vested interest, because when I go into a doctor's office and I see a nurse that we educated, I feel good in knowing the knowledge. I know what they've been exposed to. And I also am just so happy, because a lot of times I remember that student, that graduate, when they came in first, and how maybe they were scared and insecure, and to see them now thriving, that's just pretty awesome.
That is a wonderful connection to have to the community. Thank you so much for coming in today, Beth. Winter 2025 classes begin Wednesday, January 15th. The campus is located at 8141 Hull Street Road in North Chesterfield. For more information, give them a call at 888-839-1718 or visit the website bryantstratton.edu. Connect on social media too. And stay with us. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning. Thank you for spending a part of your morning here with us on Virginia This Morning. Today is World Water Monitor Day, and it's a great time to talk about how the EPA works to protect Richmond's water quality. Every living thing needs water to survive. Adam Ortiz is the EPA Regional Administrator, and we welcome him to Virginia this morning. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Today is World Water Monitor Day, but the EPA right here in Richmond, you are doing work every single day to make sure that this is something that is safe for folks at home.
Well, as folks know, water is our most precious resource. It's a big part of our bodies. We ingest it every day. It helps grow our food and feed our pets, and it's got to be clean. And you know, as we know, in a society that's industrialized and population growing, we have to make sure that we grow and develop and become more sophisticated in a way that's in balance with the environment. And for a long time, our waterways have been sacrificed. So we've been focusing in the Biden-Harris administration closely with the city of Richmond and the Commonwealth to make sure that the rivers are getting cleaner every day.
And you have other collaborations too, because this isn't something that one person or one group can do alone.
Yeah, no question about it. There's a lot of water. The environment's a big thing, Amy, and we need a lot of help. So we work closely with local governments and also nonprofit associations that are doing work on the ground.
Today you said that you will be working with the University of Richmond too. What's that about?
Well, you know, young folks are really fired up about the environment and getting engaged, very passionate, very concerned about climate change and water quality, access to food. So universities are providing very sophisticated programs and majors. So we're going to spend some time in the afternoon with students who are in the environmental science programs at the University of Richmond to talk about career paths, emerging issues. So as they're learning in the classroom, they know how they can apply it in the real world in agencies and nonprofit organizations that are taking on environmental issues real time on the ground.
And of course, here in Richmond, the James River, our major resource, everybody is familiar with the James River, and you say that it's going in the right direction as far as water quality, while some other rivers across the nation are not.
Yeah, no question about it. So as you know, and as viewers know, we're in the Chesapeake Bay region here. Very water rich. Our economy, our lifestyle depends on the health of our local waters. And the James is a remarkable river in a lot of ways. It's long, it's huge, but it goes through a major American city in Richmond. And by and large, the surrounding communities, the state, and the city have done things right. There's access to the river so people can recreate and fish and paddle, but also it's getting cleaner. And there's a lot of stresses on rivers throughout the country, but there's been a focus here in this part, this corner of the country to focus on the James. There's still a lot of work to do, for sure. There's a development that's contributing. There's sometimes older infrastructure, sewage infrastructure that overflows. So we're working with the city and the water utility to make sure that there's a long-term plan to control that. But overall, it's going in the right direction because people are stepping up.
And if people who are watching at home want to step up even more, how can they get involved and work as individuals to make our resources even stronger for everyone?
Well, there's something everybody can do, you know, no matter what your background at all, because it's an all hands on deck event. The first thing is to become educated. So the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality has a water monitoring plan and website. So folks can look it up on a search engine, become familiar with the health of their local stream. You can find out what's happening not just with the James, but if you live near the York River, or the Rappahannock, or the Potomac, you could find out about the health there. So that's get educated a little bit on, and talk to your friends and family and educate them. But there's lots of organizations. You know, here in this area, there's the James River Association, extraordinary nonprofit group working to clean up. So there's lots of opportunities to volunteer. But at home, there's a lot that folks can do. Reducing or eliminating fertilizers, controlling runoff from driveways so it doesn't carry water into the septic system and goes to natural places. And also landscaping is a big deal. Planting native plants that promote pollination, but also are resilient in this time of climate change.
We're here today talking about water, but before we came on, you were saying that the EPA has been doing so much here in our area that folks at home maybe don't even know about. You've been working with schools and you have some other initiatives going on too. What's happening?
Yeah, no question about it. So we're stepping up with historic investments, but those investments have to go to folks that are doing great stuff on the ground. So we were talking earlier about working with Henrico County, who's received more than $3 million to switch to electric school buses in their fleet. And you know, we remember being on the school buses, kids, that noisy engine. It's noisy in the back with the kids, but the engines are noisy. But it's also a lot of pollution, and especially like at schools where all those buses are queued up to pick. As those buses idle, those diesel engines, that can have an impact on the respiratory systems and asthma in kids. So it's important that we switch to clean sources. So Henrico has been a leader working with the school district there as well, but also the Commonwealth has been stepping up, both on sources, reducing greenhouse gases. We've been partnering with investments, but also resilience, especially in our low-lying and coastal areas.
This is wonderful information to learn what you're doing here at the EPA. Thank you, Adam, for coming in, talking to us about World Water Monitor Day and some of the other initiatives you have going on here in the city of Richmond and beyond.
You bet. Well, thank you for your interest. Happy to come back anytime.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you'd like more information, we will post a link on our show website by early this afternoon. You can check that out at virginiathismorning.com. Courtney, I'll send it over to you now.
That was just some great information. Thank y'all. If you're looking for a segment from our show or want more information on something we featured, all you have to do is visit our show website at virginiathismorning.com. And our website isn't the only place you can watch Virginia This Morning. We can be viewed on the apps, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels. You can watch it there too. If you just need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTVR Richmond. Best part, it's absolutely free.
This segment is sponsored by Chesterfield CASA.
Chesterfield CASA is passionate about the care and safety of children here in our community. Here to tell us more about the organization and their upcoming event is Gordon Phillips, Vice President of the Board of Directors at Chesterfield CASA. Thank you for coming in today to Virginia This Morning.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, tell us, what is Chesterfield CASA?
So CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate, and the Chesterfield chapter is one of about 1,000 or more local chapters across the country of CASA. And our mission is that we promote safe, permanent homes for abused and neglected children.
This is a volunteer-led organization, and the volunteers who provide services for these kids, they go through a pretty lengthy training process.
They do. It's a significant training, it's specialized training, and before the folks who come to volunteer are able to advocate on behalf of children and express what they think are the children's best interests to the court, they do have to go and undergo a specialized training before they can make those recommendations.
Funds, of course, help to keep an operation like this running. You have an upcoming 5K. Tell us about the origin and why you're having it this year.
Sure. The Superhero 5K is our signature fundraising event, which is back after a hiatus. And the concept, the theme of superhero comes from the esteem with which we hold our volunteers. We think of them as superheroes for the children for whom they advocate. And with that, we tried to keep it lighthearted, and it's superhero themed in the traditional sense of Batman, Spider-Man, Superman. People dress up like their favorite superheroes to come run the 5K. The decorations are superhero themed, and I think there's capes we give out to the kids who are running in the fun run.
This is at Westchester Commons, correct?
That's
right. Tell us the date and the time and some other things that folks can see if they come on out.
Sure. It's the morning of October 6th. I think at 9 a.m. is when things kick off, and that's with a kind of a group stretching session. There's a 1K fun run for kids, and then the actual 5K. It's kind of a fun family festival atmosphere. There's tables set up from our sponsors, and it's just a great atmosphere.
And, you can start training now to do that 3.2-mile run, but if somebody isn't a runner, can they participate as a walker too?
Absolutely, and like you said, 5K is a pretty attainable distance for folks who are looking to get out there and jog, but last year we had a good amount of people, pushing the stroller, pulling their kids in a wagon, even walking dogs, some of which dressed up. But it's a great time even for those who are not interested in coming out and doing the actual 5K.
And it really is about the mission. Participate how you can.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in. CASA, of course, provides such a priceless service to our communities and those children. So thank you to the volunteers, and we're looking forward to having a successful event.
Thank you so much.
Here's some more information on your screen. You can join Chesterfield CASA for their Superhero 5K. It's happening October 6th at 9 a.m. at Westchester Commons. For more information, give them a call. Here's the number, 804-276-7660. Or visit the event page on their website. That's chesterfieldcasa.org/news-events. Connect with them on Facebook as well. Virginia This Morning returns after the break. Don't go anywhere.
This segment is sponsored by Virginia Housing.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Welcome Home Wednesday, presented by our friends from Virginia Housing. This week, we're talking about Virginia Housing's Plus Second Mortgage. This mortgage loan eliminates the down payment requirement and is available for both first-time and repeat home buyers. The Plus Second Mortgage works by pairing an eligible Virginia Housing First Mortgage with a Plus Second Mortgage.
The Plus Second Mortgage is a great way to reduce your out-of-pocket expenses related to buying a home. Virginia Housing also has expanded the maximum household income and sales price limits, making it easier for Virginians to achieve the dream of home ownership.
You can find more information at virginiahousing.com/homebuyers. And for more information on other home buying resources, all you have to do is visit virginiahousing.com. Of course, Courtney, the home buying process can always be daunting, especially if you're a first-time buyer. It's great to know that there's some resources out there like Virginia Housing that can provide a roadmap, because many times there are more questions than answers as you are entering that process, and you really just want to have the answers quickly to give you some peace of mind.
Right, it is. It's such a, I remember when we were buying our first house, it's just such a, it can be such a scary experience.
Yes, it can.
And I imagine right now a lot of people think that there's no way they'll ever be able to own a home because of the prices.
So expensive.
But at Virginia Housing, they are able to help you out and make it so it's not so scary, and you don't have to have such a big chunk of money lying around just to be able to get your foot in the door. You know, literally.
Literally. So it is a wonderful resource, and definitely something that we are so excited that we have an opportunity to spread the word about here on Virginia This Morning.
Absolutely.
Well, we do have to take a quick break right now, but we hope to see you on the other side of it. Stay with us. There's more Virginia This Morning. We love checking out the fun and exciting activities that you've been up to, so please continue to share those moments with us here.
Be on the lookout for posts on Facebook. It's a great opportunity to get your photos on the air. What's up first, Amy?
Well, I'm excited to share this personal moment. On Sunday, I had the pleasure of lending a helping hand at our Laughter in the Rain. This is an event presented by our great friend of the show, Cheryl Tankersley. This nonprofit organization lovingly supports women affected by cancer. She puts on a wonderful evening complete with a fashion show. Therapy dogs were there too.
Yes, I love that.
I was so lucky to have my mom and my daughter give time with me at that event. I had a chance to snap photos of cancer warriors and survivors in a throne. That's the one that my daughter's sitting in there. That gave those cancer warriors and survivors the royal treatment. It was great meeting everyone out there. Cheryl puts on a beautiful event every year. And Greg, Reba, and Tracy from CBS 6, they were out there too, emceeing the event.
Oh, and I love they call them Thrivers, right?
Yes.
I love that. Oh, how wonderful, and how wonderful. 3 generations all together.
It was a lot of
supporting
fun.
other women. I love it. Now, Johnny Lee Long and his wife checked in with us. Take a look at these incredible outfits.
Yes.
Oh, looking good.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Lee Long. I love it.
They are looking fabulous.
Yes,
Love
they
the
are.
yellow.
Yes.
Beautiful. And friend of the show, Amber Lee, and her friend made a quick trip to Williamsburg to check out the president's heads. Seeing those heads is on my bucket list. I have to get out there and do it.
How did I not know that was here? I've lived here my entire life. How did I not know those were there?
It is a thing, and I'm going to do it one day, and I'll have the pictures to prove it one of these days here on Everywhere You Are.
Maybe a field trip, huh? Yeah, you need to do it.
If you had a great adventure with your family or friends, we want to share in your excitement.
It's really easy to do. Amy, Bill, Andreas, Evan, and I have done it, and you can do it too. Just upload a video, picture, or comment to our Virginia This Morning Facebook or Instagram pages, or if email is easier, you can send it to us at virginiathismorning@wtvr.com.
Of course, Richmond is buzzing with pride as our community celebrates with events all month long, highlighting and celebrating the LGBTQIA+ community. In our first segment in our What's Trending series, I spoke with an influencer and advocate passionate about using his platform to create space. Here's that conversation. Our next guest is an advocate, speaker, and content creator passionate about mental health and creating space for LGBTQ individuals. He shares his insight to over 400,000 followers on social media, and today we get a special opportunity to connect with him right here on Virginia This Morning. Today we welcome Obio Jones to our show. Thank you for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
How did you get involved with connecting with the LGBTQ community?
Long story short, I came out on YouTube. And coming out and sharing my story, it allowed other people to share theirs. And it's been a ride ever since.
For those who may not be familiar with you and your story, tell us about the content that you create.
Yeah, so I create content that centers the gay experience, essentially, right? While advocating for lesbian, bisexual, and transgender and non-gender conforming people. I think so much about my content is about freedom and liberation and advocating for yourself. A lot of mental health awareness, some fashion and beauty as well. But overarching, it's about just coming to my page and feeling seen.
You say that word advocate, so important to advocate for yourself and for those around you. So advocacy, allyship, what does that look like for the LGBTQIA+ community? What do people need if they're a member of that community?
Yeah, I think so much of our freedom is centered around going back to the drawing board, right? Like figuring out where you went wrong, where you went left. And I think allyship is similar, going back to the drawing board, what you don't understand, and getting a true meaning of what it means to advocate for other people. So much of life is about being bigger than ourselves. And I think when you find yourself interacting with people who are not like you, who are from different spaces, different experiences, it's so important and paramount to seek understanding and seek with love and care and compassion. And I think you'll find yourself becoming a better ally and a better person overall.
You shared a little bit of your coming out story with us. Thank you for doing that. Wanted to ask too, for anyone out there who's maybe struggling, or they're facing a challenge inside of themselves, what kind of advice would you have?
Yeah, I love the question. I think I would tell them to replace hate with love, replace fear with excitement, and replace shame with curiosity. You know, so much of our life is rooted in other people's perspectives. And I think if you center your own perspective of self, you'll find yourself inching towards freedom a little bit sooner.
Empathy gets all of us very far in the world, right?
Absolutely.
What are some upcoming projects that you have that maybe you can share a few details for folks who they can stay connected with you?
Yeah. Up until now, I've talked about my own experiences, and I am excited to share the experiences of other queer people. I will be taking my talents to the TV screen, so you guys will see me on streaming platforms, so you guys will know what it is when it comes, and very soon, and also in some films. So I'm taking my talents to acting to share different stories, different LGBTQ+ stories, and different stories overall. So, yeah.
We need to remember that name, Obio Jones, because we will sing much more from you. Thank you for being with us today here on Virginia This Morning.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Stay connected to Obio. You can connect with him on all social media platforms at Obio Jones.
Absolutely.
And right now I'm here in the kitchen, in the Virginia This Morning kitchen with our good friend Erin Ely. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
She is from Carrabba's Italian Grill. She's going to feature their signature pork chop with bourbon butter when our live show returns. You don't want to go anywhere. Welcome back. We know that we're in for a treat when we see her name on the guest list. Erin Ely is a managing partner at Carrabba's Italian Grill, and we are getting a look at one of the specialties on their fall menu. It is yummy. pork chop.
Not just any pork chop, Amy. This thing is from the prehistoric ages.
That's like the Flintstones.
That's what we call it.
Yes.
We call it the Flintstone pork chop. I just think about when what is it, when he pulls up to the drive-in theater and the car tips. I mean, it's pretty identical.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually be making the our 22-ounce pork chop, double bone-in pork chop with the sweet bourbon butter, which Amy's going to help me with.
Yes, I am.
So first and foremost, we want to make sure that this piece of meat is super duper seasoned. And I don't know how this just went off on me.
Trick stove.
It is a trick stove.
I wanted to make sure you were paying attention.
I'm on it.
Right.
I'm on it. So first and foremost, because it's such a big piece of meat, you want to season it to the point of you can barely see it. So I'm just going to make sure that there's seasoning all over this bad boy.
Is this a secret seasoning? Mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. C's grill seasoning, and it's grill based. This is one of our signature staples in our restaurant. They go hand in hand with the wood fire grill, and we don't have the wood fire grill here today, but we're gonna do the best that we can.
We're going to season it up.
Absolutely. So even that seasoning that's all over there, I'm gonna rub it all over it. So you can see, seasoning is something we do.
Yeah, you can't be shy with it, right?
No, you can't be shy with the seasoning. But if you want light seasoning, please ask us. We can do it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
your own.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And people have dietary restrictions, and I'm not about to deny anybody this pork chop because they can't have salt. So first, again, be generous with your grill-based. I'm gonna bring this closer to me, and make sure you get every single piece of that meat nice and seasoned with the seasoning and the baste.
Very nice.
Yes. So.
With all of that flavor going on, even before the cooking, you know that's going to be delicious.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to think about it too. With all this grill base, some of the seasoning is going to come off.
Now, did you pat the pork chop dry or anything before?
It's always a good idea to have dry meat.
Okay.
You never want to have because the water dilutes things.
That's
and
right. Well, I was thinking the seasoning would fall off.
Not only the seasoning, I'm so sorry, but not only would the seasoning fall off, you've got water. Water's not something that really hydrates meat. So, our grill base has oil, it has vinegar, all the good stuff that the meat actually sucks up and makes a part of its chemistry when it cooks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on this nice hot griddle. Oh yeah.
And you said you'd have the wood-fired grill.
We do have a wood-fired grill. So I wanted to make sure that was nice and hot so we can get some, woo! We have these things called hood vents in my store.
We like to have some effects here in the studio.
Yeah, there you go.
Magic.
Yes.
Real life effects. So I love a good sear. Look at that beautiful that is.
Grill lines galore.
Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for a couple minutes. And honestly, this thing is so big, if we left it on the grill to cook, it would take forever.
Yeah.
So we do finish it up in the oven.
So you just get those nice marks and the sear on the outside, and then
the sear, the grill based, because I'm gonna, every time you turn your meat, you want to hit it with some more grill based. Every single time you touch it, you should turn it. You should turn it, you touch it with some grill based. And then, yeah.
Look how beautiful.
That's nice. That's nice.
I mean, that's like a math teacher's dream right there. That's paper. It's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. My line cooks will be so proud of me.
Yes.
So yeah, you just want to keep basting that, and after I get a nice little sear on the bottom of that, we're going to pop it in the oven so we can get all this smoke out of here.
Okay.
And I'm just going to turn it one more time.
All right. Just adds to the ambiance.
Yeah. Then, listen, this is real live TV, and we're cooking live.
Well, and this,
I need to work on my grill marks because I don't think I've ever had anything look quite that perfect.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes. Even on an actual grill.
We eat with our eyes, right?
Yes.
So that's a part of the part of filling your belly. All
so
right.
how long would you want, if this was on a grill?
If this was on a grill?
How long would you want to leave that on before you pop it off?
I'd probably cook it on each side for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then, like I said, if you, Miss Courtney, would open that oven door for me, I'm gonna swing this around.
All right.
And I'm put it right in there.
Watch those hands.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
All right.
Well, you said that I'm going to help you with the
Yes,
sauce.
so
I've been doing it. I'm glad that
you're doing so great.
I'm going to have legs day at the gym.
You're getting an arm workout with that butter. I get to take it easy over here.
Yeah,
and just
you
watch it work.
do.
I like it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put in while you're doing that, I actually browned some butter and I let it cool in this ice bath. So while you were whisking, I'm gonna actually get you to pause.
Okay, I'll pause.
And I'm gonna scrape all this good butter out.
That's just brown butter?
That is just brown butter.
Wow.
And then I just mix it into this
just
other
keep
butter.
going.
Okay, keep going.
Keep going.
Biceps, here is your workout.
It's just so funny because it's the same. You've got butter and then brown butter. It's the same thing, just heat it up, but it changes the flavor
completely.
So much.
And I'm just going to put this on here just because I would have time to scrape it any other time, but right now we're limited. We're limited on
time and our resources as far as not having the grill. But that's
so. I'm just going to finish that off.
Yum.
Get in there.
Perfect.
And I'm going to get all those scrapings off as much as I can.
I love this.
Alrighty.
This is total teamwork today.
Yeah, it is. So next, you're just going to whip that until,
until my arm falls off.
It completely falls off. It has to fall off, though. So I'm going to get you to pause.
Okay.
And I'm going to get around here so I can get all the good stuff.
Oh, it is good stuff.
Yeah.
Give me some bread right now.
I want to just dive in and do the backstroke in there.
Wait till I put the caramel and the bourbon in there. Woo. So next goes in the caramel.
As if butter couldn't get any better.
Right.
Oh, wow.
This thing smells like heaven.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. Yeah, it's fabulous.
Drooling over here.
And I've got some bourbon.
I have no comment about, the deliciousness of that.
Right?
No comment at all.
None.
And there's not a lot of bourbon in there at all.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Do you need that to be room temperature? Do you need it to be chilled?
Yeah, you don't want it to be chilled at all because it's going to have to incorporate into the room temperature butter. Yep. So along with that,
that was
we've
some
got
live action TV.
Sharing it with the studio.
Yeah.
We've got some pepper.
Just in case no one was paying attention.
Yeah, wake up.
Okay, so we've got salt and pepper with the sweetness of the caramel.
Would you like me to take over?
That might be good.
Okay. It's going to have to be a teamwork because little secret here, we use a machine to do this. Well, I didn't tell you that before because what's the fun in that?
Look at this giant whisk.
Yes.
It's the biggest one I've ever used before.
It's a commercial whisk. But yes, we actually use a commercial mixer.
Okay.
And it makes it so that it takes away about if you do this by hand, it's going to take about 30 minutes to get it to the nice fluffy state that you want it in. But I just wanted you all to see, it may not be as fluffy, but the flavor components are going to be there. And you can smell it here.
It's really beautiful.
So to get that nice, fluffy, airy, almost whipped cream looking butter, we put this in the mixer on slow for about 3 to 5 minutes.
Well, we're going to continue whipping this up just a little bit. Erin's going to hang out in the kitchen with us, but we're going to go to break. But then we'll be right back and share our final thoughts of the day. Stay with us. We are back, and we're glad that you are too as we end things in the Virginia This Morning kitchen with our great friend Erin Ely. We've been making this bourbon butter, and oh my goodness, it's an arm workout.
We're gonna skip arm day today. Skip an arm day. So while this bourbon butter, it's not gonna be as fluffy as we get it at the store, but it is still delicious.
We get the idea.
The idea, right. So actually, I'm gonna make our brand new wood fire old fashioned.
Nice.
Wow.
It's super yummy. Excuse me.
Yes, let's switch.
So first we're gonna start out with I've got a big old ice cube here and 2 ounces of Maker's Mark. I've got a little bit of simple syrup here, pure cane Monin. And I've got a couple dashes of bitters. Now, in my discombobulation, I forgot my mixing spoon. So we're gonna go
okay.
old-fashioned
You can
and
just
hit a
swirl it
little
up.
swirl.
That's old-fashioned, right?
Yeah. There,
Perfect.
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
I do. So to make it a little smoky, we've got this very cool smoker from Maker's
Very
Mark.
nice.
And a blowtorch here.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
fancy.
Yeah, so we get a little smoke.
That is way too cool.
That is
Yeah.
so fun.
And
I love that.
Yep, we do this at the table actually.
So, okay, so when you serve, you bring
Yep.
it just like that?
Bring it just like that, and then we put it on top and let it ruminate a little bit here.
Yes.
And then when we
Smell the-
serve it, we open it up.
Talk about presentation right
I
there.
know,
Like
this
that.
What
is
did you
like,
say? We eat and we drink with our eyes.
We
Yes.
eat. Yes, it's
Right
so true.
there. Oh my
and I mean, look at that.
this is the smoke show, right?
It
We had
is.
a
Today
smoke
is the
earlier
smoke
and-
show. You're so right.
Oh
You're
my
so
gosh,
right.
it's like Halloween almost.
And then, of course, what is a old fashioned without a little bit of cherry and a little orange there? So
That is beautiful.
yes.
And you've got some other fall menu items here.
We do. So I didn't have a chance to bring everything that we have, but we've got this amazing malfatti dish, which is actually Italian for misshapen dumpling.
Okay.
So it's ricotta and spinach and cheese and extra cheeses. It's dumplings with the meatballs, pomodoro, and it's baked in cheese. Super yummy. We have brought our fan favorite wings back, but now we do them grilled, which is very, very cool. So we grill the wings and we fry them, up to you to which you would prefer. We also have an apple crumble, which is of course fall apples, just right up our alley, which is fantastic as well. So I think it's time for the pork chop.
Yeah, you got to
Plate the pork
Let's plate the pork chop.
on the way out.
Alrighty.
Yes, thanks to all of our guests here today.
Including Aaron. My goodness, we have put
course.
you to work today with that bourbon butter. We look forward to our live Thursday morning show. It starts at 8:56 a.m. Enjoy a wonderful Wednesday. We're enjoying it in the kitchen. We hope you have a great one.